Hey, what's up, 180 Fit? Day 6 of our 180 Fit Mindset Reboot. So today we're going to talk about how to raise expectations of yourself, and also I have an I Can kind of guidebook at the end. So winning your mindset. You can do anything now. Did you do the assignment and actually look up successful people? It's important for our success to have high expectations of ourselves. The more you expect of yourself, the more you're going to accomplish. And raising your own personal expectations can enable you to accomplish more than you ever thought possible. The trick is to learn how to push yourself to greater heights without pushing yourself over the edge, okay? So I've pushed myself over the edge before. I'm going to try to save you from that. So why raise these expectations? I'm sure you might be thinking, Jen, I'm perfectly happy with my current situation in life. You might be wondering, why should you raise your expectations? Well, when you expect more of yourself, you drive yourself to achieve that much more. Think about a time when you expected nothing out of a situation. Chances were you weren't unhappy with the results because you really didn't care, but at the same time, you probably weren't driven or fulfilled either. Well, having greater expectations opens you up to and makes you more vulnerable to failure. There are also really big rewards that are worth it in the end, because a negative experience is still an experience that we can learn from. So a positive experience may provide you with one of those life-defining moments that make you feel not only happy, but truly alive, and really propel you to be successful in other areas that you might feel stuck in. So if we haven't met real quick, my name is Jen Pleitgen, Holistic Empowerment Coach, taking you from a place of stuck to authentic thriving through personal training, group fitness, nutrition coaching, life and transformation coaching, and educational series just like this. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and let someone else know about this who might need help on their just fit journey, because let's face it, we all need support on our fit journey. All right, so here are some excellent ways to raise expectations of yourself, and make sure you stick around to them, because that I can at the end is going to be awesome. Do difficult things. Pushing your limits can only be achieved if you do difficult things, right? You might not find success right away, but when you do it, you can be at a starting place for doing even bigger and better things in the future. Number 2, expand your comfort zone. Staying comfortable is another way to continually play it safe. When we expand our comfort zone, we open up ourselves to new exciting things. You'll come to expect more from yourself just because you're comfortable with more. And so, number 3, challenge yourself. Set yourself up with specific challenge and make a dare with yourself. If you dare yourself to do something, you pretty much have to do it. So like my mom says, never take a dare. Number 4, take a survival course. Taking survival courses can show you how to get back to the basics. And these courses are not just basic survival. They can actually teach you about yourself. You can learn more about the abilities and strengths, and then continue to challenge yourself in the future. I love those courses. Number 5, learn new things. Work on being a more open and adaptable person. When you do, you may find new experiences and situations simply fall in your lap. It's an easy way of broadening your horizons. With new knowledge and skills under your belt, you'll be able to raise your expectations of other areas of what you do. If you want to be successful, that the higher your expectations for yourself also raise your self-esteem. What you think you can achieve is very important, because it decides what you will achieve. When you raise the bar, you enable yourself to do more and be more than ever before. Remember, thoughts, we decided, are very powerful. And when you make the effort to raise your expectations, you're also strengthening your self-worth and abilities. That's powerful. You'll see yourself in a positive light, and the better able to achieve your ultimate goals and the ones you can't seem to get past, right? Try these strategies to raise your expectations for yourself. Enjoy the pride and feeling that comes from doing new and great things. Sometimes we're uncomfortable with the prospect of significant success. Are you sure you won't, fail again? We're going to get started on that in the next lesson. So here's some tips for today. So I want you to give yourself a challenge to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone. Try to find something to do that you wouldn't normally do, whether it be a course or a webinar you take part of. If you're on social distancing, if you can get out in public, go and actually get out there and maybe say hello to someone that you normally wouldn't. Okay, let's get into the I Cant handbook. This is powerful. Okay, successful people often say that it's their desire to keep going and not quit that drove them to successful heights in their business, their careers, and their life. That sentiment perfectly sums up the I Can attitude. So in other words, even though the odds may be against you, keeping a positive mindset can give you that mental push and energy to stick to that plan, to lose weight, build your business, whatever it is, to go to that career. if you develop I can't attitude, okay, I can pervade any situation you're in over I can't, right? In your life, in your family, any obstacle. But if we have that I can't, it's not going to happen. Okay, you'll believe yourself, and you will desire to do new things if you can develop the I can. Have you ever wanted to take part in a social activity but chose not to go because you didn't know anyone? Is there a business conference you wanted to go attend but you're afraid you didn't know anyone? Was there a workout class you want to try but you didn't know anyone? These are exact situations in which you should face your fears and attack that negative attitude, especially if there are distinct benefits that could help your business or your personal life. Don't be discouraged by setbacks and failures. Think about your abilities and strengths and push ahead. So understanding what I can't really means. Let's unpack this real quick. When someone says, I can't, what they really are saying is, I'm afraid to fail and I won't try. If there's breath in your body and a means with which to do your work, why wouldn't you want to keep moving on? If there's ways to improve your life, your career, your business, why wouldn't you take the risk? And that's exactly why. Trying new things involves a certain amount of risk, and not all of us are risk takers. Most new situations don't involve, life-threatening risks, but the simple fact of not knowing the outcome can really actually paralyze us. Being fearful will prevent us from trying anything new, and that is often difficult to break that catch-22 cycle. I can't are the words of someone that comes out of someone's mouth when they are crowded by the doubters, plagued by low self-esteem, and stop believing their goals and their aspirations. So a strong support system comprised of friends and family members who believe in your goals can help you change your mindset, provide you with comfortable sharing, if you're comfortable sharing your goals, that is. But provided you have that support system, you can, really have people around you who are going to help push you in that direction and hold you accountable. If not, join my free Facebook group, Born 80 Fit, or find some other community online to get that support because we need one another. I can't is a way to deny yourself success ultimately because you're uncertain that you will be able to achieve it and you're afraid to disappoint. But in the end, the only one you'll disappoint is yourself if you don't at least make an attempt. So strong leaders don't have this attitude, or if they do encounter, they know the steps they need to combat those negative thoughts and continue with their plans. Sure, it's human nature to doubt your ability and expertise, especially when faced with something brand new. The difference between a leader and others is how each one of them handles this new task. So those with leadership skills or the go-getter attitude know how to turn their negative thoughts into positive actions. Rather than dismissing themselves from contention, they welcome the challenge and learn something new. Here are some steps you can take to combat self-doubt and become an action-oriented individual. So number 1, don't take criticism or mistakes personally. This is so hard. I know, you guys. I know. Woo, I know. No idea is perfect. Learn from the experience and prepare to have a great idea next time. 2, find ways to improve your skills. Taking continuing education classes, e-courses, read e-books, YouTube videos are great to gain the confidence for the skills you're lacking. Number 3, think about past success. Success is sweet, and words of praise can do wonders for self-esteem. Think of times when you were successful and find ways to regain that feeling. Sometimes we're the ones that have to give ourselves encouragement talk, because not we're not always going to have that in our lives. Think about the problem or task logically and break it into pieces. This can be overwhelming, so tackle into small goals one at a time and avoid that huge amount of stress. 5, delegate what you can to qualified experts. Use the resources around you to help complete the job rather than tackling the entire thing yourself. And the next time you're faced with the chance to try something new, take a deep breath. Think about the benefits you could experience from this and learn to prepare yourself for success. So the automatic I can't response. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. When challenges or roadblocks get in our way, as they're going to, the automatic response for those who are maybe weak in their resolve to succeed, if I put it that way, I can't, okay? Rather than taking the time to explore how to overcome the specific hurdle, we just say, I can't. All right, after all, it's much easier and less stressful, right, to just not try something than to put forth that effort and still possibly fail. I would think about all that you could be missing. Did you pass up on the singles club event because you were nervous? Or maybe, you didn't meet that new friend. Did you pass up on the chance to present at your local chamber of commerce simply because you were afraid of public speaking? You might have missed a new business development. Have you thought about owning your own company, but talked yourself out of it because you don't have the experience? Maybe you could have increased your income and had more time with your family. Did you not go to that workout class because you didn't know anybody and you weren't sure how you would look? You know? Do you want to even lose weight but get frustrated with the calorie counting and need to exercise? You might miss out on being heart healthy and medicine free. All these snares are conscious decisions we make regarding our work, social life, and even health. Every day we're faced with decisions from the moment we wake up until our head hits the pillow at night. Do you really want to live with regrets about any of your decisions? All because you were too scared to try something? That I can't attitude can be so harmful to your psyche. Even when others try to encourage and boost you while you're still in that doubting phase, the automatic I can't is ready and willing response designed to shut down those attempts. The people who care and support you the most can't force you into action. I can't force you into action. They can offer advice and we can provide the steps you need to take the action, but you have to take the action. When I wanted to change my life, when I wanted to do things differently, when I really was brutally honest with myself, I had to point that finger at myself and go, Jen, you're the problem. Like, you're the only one that can do this. Without action, our thoughts remain daydreams and never come to fruition. You know, and let's break down the media's mind trap. Okay, every day we spend at least a dozen hours in front of some media, television, internet, radio, magazines, newspaper. We live in a land of instant information, and it's enough to make our brain go on overload. Have you thought about all these media messages play a role in our negative attitudes? You know, I don't do news, you guys. I don't do negative posts. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't read through negative stuff. It stands for reason that so many media images hitting our senses every day. We are influenced to some extent. After all, why would companies spend millions and millions of dollars each year on advertising if we weren't influenced? For example, let's take a look at the health and beauty market. Why not? Airbrushed supermodels, grace covers of magazines, skimpy bathing suits or dresses. Multiple television shows showcase plastic surgery. The paparazzi torment the celebrity crowd because we're obsessed with beautiful people and their lifestyles. Then every year, cosmetic companies unveil the latest and greatest, set of products that promise the fountain of youth. What does all this do to our minds? It creates this negative I can't thoughts every day. I can't get that supermodel body because I can't afford a personal trainer. I can't get my picture perfect body without surgery. I can't be happy without millions of dollars on expensive cars and toys. I can't get old, so I'll fight natural signs of aging no matter what the cost. I can't afford this trendy new gadget, but my favorite celeb is wearing it, so I'll just add this incredible amount of debt, credit card debt. What happens when people try to achieve those unrealistic expectations put in their minds by media? Sure enough, when they realize they can never achieve those results, they decide they aren't good enough, and that's the vicious cycle. So what can we do to change this? The mind games now begin. You've told yourself and anyone that will listen you can't do an activity needed for your success. Yet at the back of your mind, you still want that success. You are afraid to go after your dream. Maybe you've had one too many disappointments and you aren't ready to experience another. Maybe you're just physically tired of trying. Maybe you think the competition is too great and you'd rather stop now than be embarrassed later on. Whatever the reason, your latest I can't attitude, the reason why you can still remain strong. Here are some actions you can take to help change that negative mindset right now. 1. Avoid exposure to negative images when possible. If your mood plummets when looking at perfect bodies in fashion magazines, find another magazine or read a book instead. Listen to Jen on YouTube. Number 2, pull out your action plan and examine your goals. If you don't have an action plan, don't have goals, do that. Are they realistic? Have they changed from when you first wrote them down? Do you actually have them written down? Are these actually your goals? Are you trying to live up to other people's expectations? 3, examine your strategy for achieving those goals. Is it valid? Can you delegate any of this work to anyone else to help you achieve these goals? 4, what is really lacking in your life? Write out small short-term goals, baby steps to make the goals more achievable. 5, lean in on your support group. Share your concerns. Determine if your chosen support group is really working for you, or if you need to tweak it. Sometimes we have toxic people in our support group. Once you've identified an area that needs support, improvement, or fixing, make that your focus and make practical daily action steps to start working towards it with I Can. We need something a little bit more, though, because sometimes this isn't enough, right? Sometimes, let me tell you, if after reviewing all your plans, you discover that the stumbling block to your success is simply that you need to learn something new, your path is straightforward again. Determine what you can do to gain this knowledge. That's all you have to do. The steps to success now seem a little more achievable and less complicated, I hope. Isolate what needs to be done, the time you need, and the resources that are required, and then go for it. To give up now has to be considered a non-option. If financial resources are an issue, dig down and look at what's really available. Can you save the funds needed? Can you push back your goals just long enough to raise the funds required? Maybe that coffee needs to go. Maybe Netflix needs to go. We allocate our money. And what's priority is where it goes. Or can you get a little bit of another job? Learn what you need to know and implement it. You're worth it. These are actually, 2 steps listed here. But if we look at each of these, you can learn all there is to know about your chosen subject. But it does no good if it's just sitting in your head. You must do something with that knowledge to be successful. On every college campus, there are students, career students who study for hours on end in hopes of earning every degree possible. They might start being a teaching assistant. When that doesn't qualify, doing something, but could often be a glorified gopher's position, right? Are they really using their knowledge wisely, or do they just stay in school because they don't think they can be successful in their chosen career? The same holds true for those who start internet businesses. All the hype tells us it's easy to earn money from home. There's thousands of gurus who charge hefty sums to teach their students how to find easy money. You can pay millions of dollars for all this training, but how will you make that money back? What's the step after learning all these different things? If I didn't implement what I learned, there's people who need you. We have to take action. If it's to lose weight, your family, your loved ones need you. Learning is wonderful, but you must put that into action. Maybe it's risky, yes, but there's also a risk in not taking action. What are you risking by not taking action? The smart business person will still want to earn back the money they spend on their education. Taking that first step towards success can be enough to get back to the I Can attitude. Having an I Can attitude supports the notion that there's always something you can do when you reach an obstacle. It's just a matter of going after your goal again, and again. So we're beginning to wind down here, couple more minutes in conclusion. Once you change your attitude from one resignation to one of hope and confidence, you'll have won half the battle. Keeping a positive attitude in your business and your personal life can be very difficult. I get that. Very often it's a mind game and a test of the wills. So many times people quit right before success. Right on the other side, right as we're about to turn, on the other side of, we have to go through things. We're just about to get our stride and we quit. So many people will take that leap of faith, but what's even more tragic if we never do. We just sit there daydreaming about what we'd want, but we say, I can't. Life is challenging because it may be hard to see when that success part of your journey is straight in front of you. It's easier to quit than trudge on. If your outlook is positive and you continue to believe in the abilities that got you this far, your journey will be easier and will become within reach sooner. By continuing your education, your training, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, constantly challenging yourself, you must meet the first challenge successfully, working to make the next ones easier. Remember, it helps if we keep that positive attitude. So remember to be thankful. Rather than seeing the negative parts of the situation, remember to look for those positive benefits. Even if you're in the midst of a struggle, stressed out about a particular challenge, take the time to notice the nice weather, your comfortable home, your good health, or even that special picture from a child. Life is good, but sometimes we forget to focus on that. Be flexible. Routines are great for improving productivity, but you can avoid unnecessary stress. If you learn to be flexible when complications arise, take some deep breaths and learn to go with the flow. If something isn't turning out the way you expected, take a break and focus on your efforts on another project. Number 3, I can't emphasize this enough, journal. Your thoughts. Personal journals can help you sort through your feelings and help you relieve stress. I've been plenty of times I've worked out the world's problems on paper. If you're mad at someone, write them that nasty letter in that journal. Just always send it to them. It can be a great way to get that feeling out. Use journal for business too. Frustrations with clients, seem a lot less trivial when you write them down. 4, you need a personal mantra or positive affirmation daily. I have quotes all over me, right in front of me, everywhere in my house if you come and see. It's a reminder of who I am and who I want to be. It's where I'm going, what perspective I'm putting in front of me and going to keep no matter what. When you feel your blood pressure getting high, focus on your effort. Take a deep breath. Walk away from your desk. If you have dreams you want to reach, you have every right to go for it. No one should be talking you out of realizing your dreams, not even yourself. Change your negative mindset into a positive one. Won't happen overnight, though. But if you work these tips one at a time, one day, soon you will be in a good mood and with the self-confidence, and you'll be screaming, I can. Maybe you need to write that all over your place. Right, I can. All right, make sure in the show notes, it does go over how to download. It says the download for today. Download this because I actually have all that I went through in kind of a workbook format for you. So go grab that download. It's free. And that way you can actually put this to, remember, you can listen, but you need to listen and apply. I'm going to be your coach. If I didn't hold you accountable to applying. So, show up tomorrow with this done. Yes, teacher and coach. All right. Thank you so much once again for listening. I hope this helped. Please let me know what parts of it you liked. Please let me know what questions you have, if something didn't make sense. Let me know what you do to keep a winning mindset. You might have something that I didn't list here, and other people could really benefit from it. So I love learning from each other. But always list your questions in the show notes or in the comments as well, because I love answering your questions. Let me know how I can serve you and show up for you. I appreciate you listening. And if you ever need coaching for that 180, if you're ready to make that turn in life, reach out to me. My emails and the show notes as well. We all need a 180 sometimes in life. So remember, like, subscribe, follow. Let someone else know about this. Be brave, be kind, live authentically, and always shine. And remember, you're just one habit away. Try. Maybe it's turning I can't into I can. See you tomorrow.